review of Ringo Starr's new Country Look Up album. I did a general review of the album itself. This is actually meant to be like a track by track of what each song is about. I'll have a link in the description if you want to see the video of the overall generalities to the album. Also link in the description below for like the jump stamps. So if you want to see just any one song, I'll put little timestamps for each one. Starting with the first song is Breathless, and this has Billy Strings in it. Billy Strings is a very good guitar player, is to say it mildly. He plays mostly country bluegrass stuff. He's awesome. This song itself has like a early Beatles sound to it in the beginning of it, and then towards the end of it, it had more like when the Beatles had like a Middle Eastern kind of sound to their stuff. Billy Strings is a wild guitar player, and I mean that the best way. He's very reserved in this. It's all very tasteful. He's in the background. I'm hearing him do harmonics. It's not like he doesn't do harmonics, but he does like really fast picking stuff is what he's known for. So yeah, early Beatles meets kind of the Middle Eastern part of the Beatles for Breathless. Track 2 is Look Up. That's the title track to the album. This has Molly Tuttle. She has a very country sounding voice, and she's what makes these songs sound country. The song she's in, the women in general, just for the ones coming up, when the women are singing with him, they make it sound more country. Ringo doesn't really have a country voice, but they do. Them with the instruments are what make this sound country when it does. To me, it almost has more of a rock, like a 70s Wings, Paul McCartney kind of vibe. Has very much a Canned Heat, Let's Work Together kind of vibe to it. You hear some slide guitar, which is cool. But again, her voice to me is what makes it sound country. And you take that away and it doesn't so much. Track 3 is Time on My Hands. That's a Ringo only track, not showed as featured by anybody else in the track. It's the most country sounding of the songs so far. So even though the people are, I'm saying, making him sound country, the music in this one has a pedal steel. It sounds like an old, sad country love song. Sounds like it could be a song that Johnny Cash sang about, some love that got away. His vocals and even like the drum style, to me, this all has a very Ringo feel if you hear it. This is probably like the most un-Ringo sounding of the songs. The drums almost had a Larry Mullen Jr. U2 little bit kind of vibe, which was really cool. Number 4, Never Let You Go. This also featured Billy Strings. This has a little harmonica in it. You can think maybe a little bit Wanted Dead or Alive, Bon Jovi. Kind of has that kind of cowboy feel to it. It has the Ringo swing. So if you put the Ringo drum swing, if you know what I mean, on Wanted Dead or Alive, that's kind of what you got. As the song goes, it sounds kind of like I Want to Be Your Man by the Beatles, and also the I'm Down Beatles song. Kind of got both of those. It's a sad love song again. Billy Strings is still just kind of playing in the background, nothing crazy. All very tasteful stuff, very cool. Track 5 is I Live for Your Love. This is Molly Tuttle with it as well, just like the title track. This song had a very like Hawaiian, almost Beach Boys vibe. Her voice is what makes it sound country. The drums had a Ticket to Ride feel. It almost had like a lullaby kind of sound. There's like these Rockabye Baby, I always play them for my kids, where it's like instrumental, like xylophones of any kind of music. And this sounds like it would fit that perfect. The slide guitar even has more of a Hawaiian tone to it than it does country. Number 6 is Come Back. Lucius is featured in this. This has the beat of like a horse trot, kind of. And then I'm thinking something like Living Down on the Swamp in the Bayou, some Davy Crockett. I think it's a banjo. Maybe it's just an acoustic or something else. You got whistles. That's the kind of feel of this, Creole, a little Creole country. The way he is singing is the most beautiful of all the songs. It's the most heartfelt, the singing that he gives in this Comeback song. As you can imagine, Comeback, another sad love song. Number 7, Can You Hear Me Call with Molly Tuttle as well. There's like a rolling sounding guitar line. This made me think a little bit, again, country, I'm thinking country, so like a Brad Paisley maybe-esque sound. The song I Got a Feeling, if Brad Paisley did like a country version of I Got a Feeling, that's what this would be. Again, kind of rocky. He's kind of a rocky player. It's the Molly Tuttle voice, makes it sound country. Number 8, Rosetta. This has Billy Strings and Larkin Poe, all 3 of them. That would be 3 people, actually. This has a heavy guitar. Think Bullet the Blue Sky, kind of U2, Rattle and Hum vibes of the guitar. At first, I saw the name Larkin Poe, and I wasn't really listening, and I'm like, Larkin Poe, who are these dudes? It's actually two sisters, not a dude at all, not even one person. Billy finally does a legit guitar solo. Think of like a Jimi Hendrix fuzz, bluegrass picked, awesome guitar solo. It's really cool. I like it. Number 9, You Want Some. This is the second and only other song that's just Ringo on his own. This song has like a blues shuffle. There's a honky-tonk piano part at the end. It sounds very much like the Year 16 song. That was a cover he did, but like a countryer version of it. Although it has the honky-tonk feel, the drums themselves, I'm listening to the drums a lot in this more than I normally would because Ringo. And this has more of a country drum beat to me more than the other songs did to go with the blues shuffle. His voice usually has an echo. This time it didn't really have any processing or echoing of it. It was pretty clean. It would sound like if you just listened to him, next to you singing, kind of, which was cool. You don't get that a ton with his voice. He usually has an echo, which sounds cool. It's just a staple of what he sounds like. Number 10, String Theory. Did not feature Billy Strings of all things. It's called String Theory, no Billy Strings. Molly Tuttle and Larkin Poe are 6, all 6 on this one with him. This song has the Byrds, the Seasons, the Turn, Turn, Turn song kind of vibe. It's a early flower power kind of feel to the song. Slightly almost like, psychedelic-y. Again, it's the female voices that are singing. That's what makes it sound country. I would have thought it was more of a flower power song without their voice. The Two of Us song by the Beatles, but the On Our Way Home part, specifically the On Our Way part, mixed with like, the turn, 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 just kind of like how that has that kind of vibe to that part. That's what this song has in it. Number 11, Blast Track. This is Thankful, the only track to feature Alison Krauss. This is my favorite of all the songs. Her voice with Ringo's sounds so amazing. Everybody else sounds good too, but there's just something about her voice. It fits the way Ringo sounds amazingly. This song sounds like a mix of King's Highway by Tom Petty. It was also featured in the Cars movies by somebody else covering it. I forgot who, on Disney. And then the Anna, Go to Him song by the Beatles. If you mix those two together, that's it. Track by track, what Look Up sounds like. Now you don't need to listen to it. How amazing. Thanks.